Okay, welcome to the first video tutorial for Digital Media 1. What we're going to do today is two things with one project. The major thing that I want to go over is the elements of design. Okay, so we've talked about them a little bit. And they are line, shape, color, and texture. So the project is you're going to be designing an infographic, okay, a poster similar to the one that you see here, but hopefully better, that will communicate to a novice, somebody who doesn't have a background in design, what the elements of design are, and more importantly, what they do in a design. So as you can see here, I've got a main title of the poster, and I've got 4 subheadings. And then another subheading for each element of design that simplifies one of the functions of that element of design. So, for example, one of the things that line can do is move the eye, okay? So provide some direction and movement to a design. So in our example here, hopefully, in this sort of crude pencil drawing here, we have a landscape scene, and we have some grass here drawn solely by lines. We have a road, some hills, and so on, okay? So we're using a couple of different kinds of lines in here to create a scene, okay? And in that scene, the eye should follow, a certain path and have a focal point, okay? Hopefully it does. And so on and so forth. Shape helps identify objects, so we're going to be drawing a tractor. Well, we're not going to be drawing, you're going to be drawing something else. I'm using a tractor as an example. When we get to the color section, you're just going to be adding in some basic colors. And then finally, in the texture section, we'll add, using some brush tools and some other techniques, a little bit more dimensionality, realism, interest through the use of texture. Okay, so that's the goal. So we're going to start, and we always start any print project with going to File, New, and when we open up a new project, under presets, we have several different types of presets. Okay, we've got US paper, international paper, photo, web, mobile and devices, and film and video. Throughout the semester, we'll use some of these others, especially film and video and web. But for this project, we're designing it as if we were going to print it out to use as a study guide, again, for somebody learning about the elements of design. So I'm going to select US paper. I'm going to give it a name. We'll call it EOD. Oops. EOD underscore first initial and last name. And I'm actually going to change the orientation here so that it's more of a landscape. So I'm going to say 11 by 8.5. And everything else should be fine. 300 pixels per inch is the minimum usually that you want to set at for print work. RGB color is fine, although oftentimes when we are designing for print, we would switch this to CMYK, but for our purposes, RGB is going to be great. And then we'll start with a white background. You can change it if you choose. I'm going to say OK. All right, so here's our finished product, and I don't know how I'm going to come exactly close to this in the new one, but basically that's what we're going to create. So here we go.